Today's 22nd of April, bringing you the Taurus new moon that'll occur on the 15th of May, 2018, 7:49 a.m. East Coast time here in the U.S. Now, Taurus, the sign, rules the second house. It's ruled by Venus, and we're going to look here at how this new moon, where we want to manifest, can help all of us and wherever we are in our life. Taurus is the value systems. It's our worth, how we think and what we think of things that are needed or necessary. I like to really take the Taurus energy down to its core of building a base for that which we want to create as we move forward. So you want that base as sound and as strong and as firm as you can get it. So in this new moon, that's what you kind of want the universe to know, is that you're ready to put the work forth. It's the first earth sign, and start building that base and creating from a perspective of the physical plane. That's what the earth signs really get us to understand and to kind of incorporate into our energy field. So that's what we're going to want to do here, is to put out in the universe that which we are ready to create, or that which we think is going to bring value and move us forward from the Taurian perspective. Now it's going to be at 24 degrees of Taurus. It's going to be nicely aligned with a few planets. Pluto is going to be trine, as well as Mars, the moon here. And I think that's going to help us, as they're going to be in the last of the earth signs, to kind of move forward by degree and help us with creating on the physical plane. Now, Pluto's a powerful planet, and it's been working on us since 2008, 2009 in the sign of Capricorn. I think this moon right here is really going to bring some stability with this Plutonian energy in moving forward. Now, we got a lot of chaos in the world. There's a lot of chaos everywhere we go. It's in our homes, in our immediate environment, and then it's in the world itself. I think we're going to look at this time and look back at this time as, all right, things laid themselves out to start, that process of fixing, or again, building that base. So think about that from this moon moving forward. We have a lot of chaos that's been introduced with the Aries moon on the 15th of April, and Uranus being in Aries for the last 7+ years. So I'm not foolish here to think that the chaos is over. I think Taurus is where the strong-willed then realize that, hey, we got to do something and move in a direction that's going to help us. So hopefully you're feeling that, and you're feeling that it's time that, all right, enough chaos has been here. I'm getting tired of it. We need to move forward and start building that base to hold where it is we want to go, or what it is we want to put on top of it or build on top of it. As Taurus is also going to hold, it's holding Mercury, but it's also going to hold Uranus today, May 15th. Uranus is going to go into Taurus, and the last time Taurus hosted Uranus was in June of 1934, all the way until May of 1942. So do your research. You can put links down below if you want into what happened with the value systems, or just the world trying to bring order in the time period, the last time period Uranus went into Taurus, which was June of 1934 to May of 1942. I went back and looked, and there's some very interesting things happening with maybe how money or the value system was handled, and then how not just with the U.S. but around the world, and then just what happened in the world as far as the chaos trying to be resolved and then to move things in another direction. As you know, as Uranus went into Gemini in 1942, we had another war, so we were kind of in between dealing with monetary policies, and then it was pretty chaotic, and we're dealing with the same thing right now. Any of you that study astrology know that everything's cyclical. Back to the Taurus new moon, because it's late in the sign, it's going to be well aligned with Pluto. It's going to be well aligned with Mars, and it's going to be decently aligned with Neptune. So think about Mars, the pioneering signs in Capricorn, as well as Pluto at this time, as well as Saturn. So they're all by sign linked up in a trine position. That says ease if you do, of course, I think all of the earth signs say you got to do the work, got to be practical, because the physical world is where all this gets played out. So know that these planets working together you can really catapult yourself. I'm looking at and watching a lot of things as far as the value system goes to be like exposed here. So get ready. I've really penciled in this date to look at investing and moving forward, or to not investing and getting out, and then coming back in when I can see clear. Sometimes Uranus changing signs comes in a chaotic fashion. But I think if you're clear and really have been studying and doing your work, I think this can really be a beneficial time for all of us. So look at that as Uranus comes into Taurus. Pluto trining and Mars trining and Saturn trining by sign this new moon, I think it really help you to make a plan here. I think the Taurus people make great plans, and they like to work their plans, and they have a little stubbornness to them. And so maybe you'll find that if you haven't had it in your life, to bring some stubbornness up to the forefront and do something with where it is you want to go and how it is you want to get there. I always look at the new moon as a time to let the universe know you're ready. So please do that. Let the universe know, hey, I want to start getting some consistency and maybe ending some of this chaos here, and I want to start now, and let the universe know. So at this time of the new moon, put it out there and tell them you're ready. Find Taurus in your chart, and you can focus down even more by which house, to put those wishes or those energies out to the universe, saying you're ready. First house is self. Second house is the value that the self develops. Third house is your ability to communicate. Fourth house is home. Fifth house is of creation. Sixth house is of service. Seventh is of partners. Eighth is of death and rebirth. Ninth is of the higher mind and your ability to put a philosophy behind what you have created or what you believe or what you've come to. The 10th house is your ability to be noticed and be understood for all that you've worked on. The 11th house is of tomorrow, and then the 12th house is of karma and of completing. So if you find Taurus in any of those houses, I've given you one word quick definitions to help you to better streamline what it is you want to put out in the universe, and tell them you're ready. If there's any sign to start something, Aries would be it. But I think Taurus is, if not as important, if not even more important, because this is where we start getting the foundation to be solid and firm, and not just throwing things out because that's what we think at the time, and they can change or be wrong and have to be altered. I think Taurus does the work to where you're altering as you go. Now, there's not a lot of, Saturn's not really affected other than by sign here, because it's early in the sign of Capricorn, but everything's changing. I've talked about the Saturn and Pluto transits of Capricorn. You're seeing it now, so you better pay attention, and you better really look at what you're doing and how you're doing it, and make sure it's sound as far as being in line with nature. That's going to be extremely important as we move forward. I'm going to put another video out in a minute about Uranus. I hope this moon brings some stability to you, and to help you as you move forward in your process of evolving on this physical plane here on Earth. Take care.